What is up, my dude and dudettes, and welcome back to TellerTube. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the subreddit r/choosingbeggars. If you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe, as it would really help out my channel and allow me to continue to make these videos for you guys. And with that being said, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Dude offers me the opportunity to work for free. Needless to say, I declined. Probably kind of boring for the sub, but here it goes. I was working on a house, dude next door saw me going in and said, "When you're done there, I have a question." Sure, I finish up and knock on his door. Choosing Beggar shows me what's broken and says, "How much is that part?" I say, "About 10 bucks. Choosing Beggar says, "Great, go ahead and replace it and I'll give you the $10. Normally for this type of repair, it would be $100 labor plus materials. I was willing to give him a decent break on the labor since I was right next door, but I'm not working for some random dude for free, just to be reimbursed on my parts. I say, "No man, that's not how this works." "You don't even have the part, do you?" "Yeah, I keep them on the truck. I have 2 or 3 with me." "Then why can't you install it? I have the $10. "Look man, I gotta go. I got another job to get to." Which was true, but I would have made time for a little money. "Can you at least give me the part and I will try to install it?" "Sure, $10. He pays, I give him the part and told him what he needed to do. I get in my truck and call my next customer to make sure they'll be around, and the dude is standing at my window. I take my time finishing my call, I roll down the window. "I can't get the water to turn off, the valve is broken." "Sorry man, that was my next customer, I gotta go." He seemed a little mad and I just left. Okay, that's a classic. "But you're already here, why can't you just do it for free?" Come on, Chief. This lady who decided cake wasn't good for her kids, but cheesecake would be. So I'm traveling with my girlfriend and taking her to the Cheesecake factory because she's never been. We are getting ready to get out of the car and this lady walks up and lets us know she's needing some help and she has her kids with her. For starters, there are no children anywhere around. Well, I never really have cash on me, but I was coming home from celebrating my mother's birthday, so we have decent snacks in the car as well as the cake. I tell the lady we have some chips and snacks and this cake. Her face lights up and she says, "Oh, you've got cheesecake?" So I tell her no, we've got this Publix cake, and she looks back at it, scoffs, and says never mind, and walks off. So this lady was just hoping for some cheesecake. I guess her kids didn't want anything else we could have given her. "What? That's not cheesecake? Then I don't want it." Do my work for me." Welp, I never thought I'd have to post here, but here goes nothing. So a little background, I'm a tutor for an app that helps people with their homework. A student opens a chat, can chat with a tutor, and when they close the chat, have to award at least one teacher who will receive a small amount of money. So, on to the story. I enter a chat where someone needs help with their English homework. 2 exercises, nothing but answering questions based on a text about Mary Stuart's life. Like a paragraph long, now the following conversation ensues. Cast, me, a reptiloid with fangs and purple hair, choosing beggar, a lazy student. "Hey, I need help solving these exercises. Can you help?" "Sure, what do you need?" Student posts 3 pictures of the exercises. "Can you do these for me? I'll give you 5 stars. So we're not supposed to do students' work for them. We're supposed to help and answer questions, nothing more. "I'm sorry, but we aren't allowed to do your work here. I can still help you though." I then proceed to give them several helpful pointers for solving the problems. "Oh, come on, can't you do that for me? I'm gonna give you 5 stars, we gotta hand it in, and I got it wrong 29,537 times already." "Sorry, but no, you can do it, I know it." "Okay, so a tutor on here made 15 bucks because they did my homework for me, and I gave them 5 stars every single time." This is baloney because you'd have to answer about 100 questions to gain this much. I refuse to believe someone could be this lazy and offer one last way out. Like they could have solved the questions themselves in 10 minutes max. So I don't know what cursed your self-esteem so much that you think you can't do this yourself. Come on, I believe in you. Ugh, well then I'll find somebody who is willing to do my work for me. Screw off, bye. They think they got me, but joke's on them. They closed the chat and awarding at least one teacher is mandatory. So I still got my money in the end and they are still stuck with their homework they refuse to put the tiniest bit of effort into. Oh, what a goof. "No, I'm not gonna do it. I want you to do the work for me." "Sorry, Chief, but we're not allowed to do the work for you. Just put in a little bit of effort." Homeless people sure like to slap things. Forgive, for this happened twice, the first time a couple months ago and the second time about 2 weeks ago. My first post, so I'll try to format it best I can, but I'm lazy. Cast, M me, H1 and 2, homeless dudes. First time. I just finished donating blood and I was feeling pretty good, so I went to McDonald's and got 3 burgers, large fries, and a shamrock shake. I was driving home and was waiting to turn left at the light and I saw a homeless guy on the divider. Typical homeless dude, scruffy looking, has a sign that says homeless, hungry, money, etc. I decide to call him over, roll down my window, and offer him a burger. I think it was a McChicken, so it wasn't a lot, but it was something. Me, hey man, you can have this burger. What is it? It's a McChicken. I want a Big Mac. And proceeds to slap it down. I stare at him dumbfounded at what just happened. Oh well, it's there if you want it. I roll up my window, the light conveniently turns green, and I leave. The second time. Same thing, but I was leaving work and I offered a homeless dude a cinnamon roll. Me, hey bro, you can have this cinnamon roll. Homeless guy grabs the roll, this isn't real food, and throws it on the ground. Me just stares at him, well have a good day and good luck, and I left. I've just had bad experiences so far as of recently, but I know they all aren't like that. I'm just gonna stick with giving leftover bread to the cook next door who gives it to homeless people. Oh my goodness. I don't even know how I would react in a situation like that. I feel like I would be in so much shock that I would just leave. Like, come on buddy, it's free food. Shake my head. Dad gave it a crack. So a few years ago, my mom died, so my dad decided we had to empty the house a little. Me and 2 siblings. This is where I got a lot of stuff from to sell at a local neighborhood market at my place. Dad knew about this and he didn't want to be bothered by the junk, so I took loads of stuff including a big vinyl plate collection. Most were well used and clearly old and never put aside as collection editions. At the day of the market, I mark everything really cheap because I want to get rid of it. I just don't want to attract people who will keep knocking for more free stuff. Happened before, so I sold everything under €1. Dad came by because nice weather and a pint when this guy showed up. Cast, me, Dad, and Cheap Guy. Cheap Guy asked me how much it was. He had one in his hand, clearly well used but still playable. Me, that's 20 cents per plate please. That's too expensive. Now this is usually the moment I go buy 4 and get 1 free or so, but my dad saw it different. My dad carefully took the plate out of his hand, looked at it and asked, "You find 20 cents too expensive?" The guy simply nodded, and that's when my dad just broke it in the middle. The guy tried to argue, but I simply stated that those were my dad's. I am just the seller, and he left. When I asked why my dad had done it, he said, "When people still argue about so little a price, it's easier to destroy it yourself, more satisfying." Oh, what a savage. 20 cents? That's ridiculous! That's way too expensive. Alright Chief, then you should probably back up because I'm gonna smash it now. Beggar actually came on my porch. This is a fun one. We have been doing some cleaning around the house and we moved our inversion table out of the guest room while we swept and mopped the floor on there. So since it was a nice day, we set it out on the porch. Apparently, while my boyfriend was out on the porch with it, a couple stopped their truck and came up, asked if it was for sale. My boyfriend came back in and asked if we would and how low we would go. I said $50 at the lowest. He went back out, the dude had left, but his girlfriend stayed. My boyfriend told her 50. She apparently said, "I'll give you 20 for it." The giant said, "That is a $275 table. You're lucky my girlfriend is already going so low." She huffed and said, "Well, $20 is a full tank of gas." When it really isn't, especially with our truck. Again, the ginger giant told her, 50 is the lowest I can go. Beggar apparently snapped, "I'll give you 20, take it or I'm leaving." So my boyfriend said, "Bye, have a nice walk back to your boyfriend's truck." You're lucky I'm even offering $20 for that garbage. I was a choosing beggar. Alright, story time. Let's go back at least 8 or so years to when I was around 11, 12 years old. At that time, I was really into writing and wanted to make a comic, but I didn't have the art skills. So I went on DeviantArt and contacted some artists whose art I really admired. Now, I was a kid in a third world country where even a single dollar is enough to buy a full course meal. I definitely did not have any money at all to pay an artist and I knew that. So little me thought a compromise would be that we collaborated on a comic. I do all the story writing and plot building, and all they'd have to do was draw it. To me, it was a good compromise. I was firmly rebuffed by the artist who told me that they needed to be paid. And one of them, to their credit, was kind enough to properly explain to me why the commission money mattered and offered to lower her prices a bit for a couple of sketched pages. Well, that didn't end up going through because my dad was like, paying for art? Hell no. Today I've begun developing my own art skill and I've opened commissions myself. While I haven't received any such offers or begging for free art, I now appreciate what artists have to go through much more. It's been a lot of time, so those artists have left the site and I can't find them anymore, but if I could, I wish I could apologize for taking their time and effort for granted.
Hey man, I know you put a lot of time and effort into these, but I don't really have a lot of money. Do you think we can maybe, I don't know, collaborate on it? Please?
Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash that like button as it would really help me out. Subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date with my latest videos, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.